Zachariah Morningstar here. I have an experience that I would like to share with everybody. Uh, this Advent season, there has been a large number of people coming to confession. However, that is, the past 3 weeks I went um, each Saturday at 4 p.m. right when it starts, but the line has already been way too long. So each time I was not able um, to go to confession. Okay, so I decided to wake up early and go to the Fssp parish um, in Tyler, Texas, and I did. I went to confession, and it was very unlike any other confession that I went in my entire life. It was by far the longest confession, and it it wasn't because it had been 3 weeks since I'd went to confession. It's because the priest would ask um, would ask, why did I sin? And his exact words, why did you masturbate? When I confessed the sin of masturbation, why do you look at pornography? And that was really awkward, and I just didn't know what else to say. I didn't want to tell him. I did not want to tell him because it feels good. I thought about, I was just because, I guess, and I guess his question was, what led you to, because that's kind of what, after I just kind of said, because I just did, so he asked, what led me to, and and I guess it's just, seeing a woman, and yeah, so that's not really why I wanted to talk. I kind of got stuck on that for a second. Forgive me, but so he would ask, why did I do this? How often did I do this? And I think there was a miscommunication because a lot of times he would ask a question, I would answer it, trying to structure it in the same way in which he asked, but he would say that's not the question that I asked, and well, his second language is English, so there was definitely some barrier there, and towards the end of it, he he said that he would not give me communion today, and that he wanted to meet with me later on that day. And I basically was just saying yes just to get out of there because I don't believe he was withholding communion correctly. I think I think there was a miscommunication there, and he like maybe thought that I'm I'm not trying, that I'm just sinning and sinning just to, you know, because the words that I use definitely wouldn't convey that, but the way he was asking them, I don't know for what other reason he would withhold the communion, but it did it did make me, it made me feel, like I was unworthy. I'm making an effort, and I truly am sorry each time I sin. At least I want to be. Sometimes I think about the past and still get angry. But in this confession, I don't. I just don't understand why he withheld uh, communion but that. So like I mentioned earlier, he wanted to meet later and everything, and he actually instructed me to wait for a little bit. He actually asked. Back up for a second. He asked, "Did I want the confession to remain anonymous?" And I kind of thought in my mind. I said, "Isn't that the whole point?" But I said, "Yes, of course I want this to be anonymous. That's what can Um, so he instructed me to wait for a little bit, and presumably so he could exit, and then I could exit. But like I said, I wanted this to remain anonymous. But I you know I stand up, I wait a second, and I get out of the confession. I take 7 steps, and the priest and I are face to face. And I just, so there is just a miscommunication there too. He told me to wait so long, and I literally had a watch on me, and I waited so long, and I thought, but anyway. So I did not go and meet him back at 5 p.m. I did not want to. No, because I really felt, uh, that he withheld communion from me, and it just, it really, it did make me feel a certain way, being told, "Oh no, you can't," and you can't partake in communion. And honestly, I got home and I've been thinking about it for a couple of days, and I'm just thinking, who in the hell is this guy to withhold communion? I mean, pardon my French, but it did just seem like he judged me to be unworthy, and it kind of pissed me off. Yeah, it really, that's, I went there, went to confession. It's not like I just rattled off, oh, I deserve, forgiveness, but to be told by a priest, no, it's just, and I'm glad I didn't, I'm glad he didn't, deny me in front of everybody, because that kind of would have been, you know, um, but I didn't. So I was actually going to stay for the mass, but then, like I said, I exited. I took 7 steps, and he was right there, right in front of me. And to be honest, I kind of felt like he, I understand that English is his second language and everything, but there was so many points of seemingly miscommunication that, and then he tells me to wait. I waited, and we still come face to face after I want told him I would like this to remain anonymous. And part of me thinks that he wanted to see me. He wanted to, for whatever reason, I don't know, but it just, you know I hadn't fully decided whether or not to meet with him later in that day, but after that, I just, I was just like, man, I don't even want to, that kind of being told, no, you can't receive communion. After I went to confession, you know, um, after weeks of not being able to go to confession, and I'll tell you, yes, I did receive communion in that time because I did not do anything that I judged to be that I thought or is put on my spirit a mortal sin. So I did not see, as far as I understood, any reason for me not to receive communion. And we can talk about masturbation and everything, but I really felt a certain way. So I know this is get on 11 minutes, but most people don't really watch my videos anyway. I just kind of use this as sort of to get things off my chest, if you will. But thank God for that. But you know, I'm planning on going back at 6:30 in the morning. Well, I have to be there earlier. It's for confession. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'll give y'all an update after that happens. But I really did. I really felt unfairly judged by the priest that I was unworthy to receive communion. And yeah, that kind of got me, got me really thinking about everything. But yeah, okay, it's 13 minutes now, so I appreciate anybody that's stayed and watched, and I know I talked a lot, kind of rambling and incoherently at times, but anything that anyone would like to discuss about this experience, specifically if anyone else has been told by a priest that they were that they could not receive communion, and that they felt a certain way about it. So leave a comment, anything that I discussed, but specifically that. Leave a comment. If you like this video, like, and everybody that's stayed to the end, God bless you, and thank you for your time. Amen.